All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Apologies on the slight technical issue. We're just going to be requesting our speaker, Sabrina Prince, to kindly join us back on the stage and screen. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so just to close, a few questions to consider as you're delivering your unified customer experience. What would a personalized experience be like for your customer? What do you need to know about them in order to create this experience? Do you have the right data? Do you need additional market research to be able to inform this decision? What technology do you have in place today? And what do you need? Start where you are today and build towards a more robust offering. How can you start small? What is the one additional thing you can do to create that personalized experience? I think if you ask yourselves those questions in a rigorous manner, you'll be able to move toward creating that loved sort of comprehensive customer experience that we know our customers crave, even though you're in healthcare. So that's my presentation. Thank you for being good students. Now I have some examples of some creative work just to ramp up your energy level again. Next slide. Next. It's a video. So this is for Accord, the biggest pharma company you've never heard of. Enjoy the video that's coming up next.
This is a case study from Accord. You know, Accord, the biggest supplier of medicines to the NHS? Surely you've heard of us. We make a fifth of all generics used in the UK. Come on, we make 4.3 billion pills a year. We're in 1 in 3 homes. You've probably, definitely taken one of our pills. You must have seen our name. It's on factories up and down the country. And on thousands of lorries. It's on lab coats. Name badges? We get this a lot. So we've made a new campaign, introducing the biggest generics company no one's heard of. And we made some bright orange ads, and we gave them some wiggly headlines. Telling it like it is, that it doesn't matter if no one knows who we are. It won't stop us doing amazing things for the nation's health. And we made a lot of them too, so there's no way you'll forget our name. It's Accord.
Thank you, Bhavna. And we have one more for Bayer Healthcare. This was Bayer Healthcare, is a client of ours, and have many contraceptive devices for women. And this was their celebration, 60th anniversary celebration of the contraceptive pill. And if you go to the next one, that's also the video. Thank you all. Next slide.
Learn about a revolutionary approach to family planning, including not only spacing of children, but also new hope for the childless through a remarkable new pill.
Since the pill's launch, we've seen it transform women's lives around the world. So Bayer wanted to create a campaign to celebrate not only 60 years of the pill, but what the pill means for women today.
The pill. You know, the pill. Just 2 unremarkable words. But 60 years ago, it changed the world in a remarkable way, supporting women to have children by choice, not chance. It helped us pursue our own ambitions and take on the world. It empowered us to reach for new heights, support the children we have, and strive for lives free from hardship, to shape our own futures, and to shape others, and to live our lives our way. 60 years ago, a world of opportunity started with the pill. Since then, Bayer has been bringing women benefits in contraception and beyond, and continued to innovate decade after decade. All that started with just one little pill. Celebrating 60 years of empowering women. Bayer, your partner in women's health.
The campaign rolled out across social media, digital, and print materials. 60 years of independence, opportunity, and freedom. All that started from just one little pill.
Thank you, Bhavna.
Great. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for joining us and being a part of this incredible summit. We really value all your insight. Thank you once again.
It was a pleasure. Bye.
Bye-bye. So I just request the team, thank you once again, Sabrina, for joining us. And with this, we're going to be moving on to our next topic. So ladies and gentlemen, that was an interesting presentation. And thank you once again, Sabrina Prince, on that. Now we move on to another important conversation that people are having worldwide. Corporates now understand the importance of it much more, which is strategies to ensure and support mental health. Well, this session is about to connect with consumers during the time of uncertainty and heightened anxiety. Participants discuss how brands must change the way they market and sell to consumers to remain connected with their target audiences and progress their business goals while remaining mindful of consumers' mental wellness. So ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to this wonderful panel discussion, I just request you to keep tweeting with our hashtag e4m HCC as one word. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce you to the eminent panelists on this panel. First up, Dr. Bhavna Gautam, founder, Embrace Life. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhavna, for joining us today. Great having you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Bhavna. I see that we share our names, so it's lovely being here.
Pleasure having you, ma'am. Also, we have Ms. Piali Dasgupta, Senior VP Marketing, Columbia Pacific Communities, joining us. Thank you so much, Ms. Piali Dasgupta, for joining us today.
Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you for having me. Pleasure being here.
Also, we do have Dr. Vispi Joki, the CEO of Messina Hospital. Thank you so much, Dr. Joki, for joining us today live.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here. I hope I'm audible and everything is fine technically.
Yes, perfect, sir.
Okay.
Great to have you. We also have Ms. Samantha, counseling psychologist at Fortis Hospitals. Thank you so much, Ms. Samantha, for joining us today live at our summit. I believe she's just logged in. Thank you, Ms. Samantha. If you can hear us, do acknowledge the same. All right, so we'll just give her some time on setting that up quickly. We also have Mr. Nitish Murdia, co-founder and director at Indira IVF. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today live.
Thank you, Bhavna. It's a real pleasure to be talking on this particular very important topic in the current times. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce you to the session chair of this wonderful panel discussion. That's Ms. Nazia Alvi Rahman, e4m editor. Thank you so much, Nazia, for joining us today live and being a part of this wonderful panel discussion.
Thank you, Bhavna. I am audible?
Yes, perfect. So ladies and gentlemen, with such eminent people on your stage and screen, it is now time for me to pass on the live baton to Nazia to take it forth with her panel. Over to you.
Hello all. My apologies. We had too many technical glitches and we're starting late. But I will try to cover up and I'll keep my questions short. I'll keep my intro short so that I give more time to experts like you to speak on the topic. I think mental health, I believe, has been the most discussed disease globally after COVID in the last 1 year. Everyone, I mean, this mandatory confinement in which we all are currently in has given there's been a sudden surge in the cases of mental health, and I don't know if a lot of people, but some people have definitely become vocal about the problems that they're suffering at work, in family, in your neighborhood, and a lot of people have got mental health issues because they've lost jobs. A lot of people are not able to do their jobs because they have mental health issues. So, I mean, I would want to cut my intro short. We all know what the problem is, and let us focus more on solutions that you all can offer us. So if I would want to start with Dr. Jokshi, because, Messina Hospital has been doing so much around mental health even before we all started talking about it. And if you can tell us, how the problem has increased in last 1 year, 1.5 year post-COVID, and also how has it changed in the sense that, if you're seeing a trend which did not exist before, if there are younger people coming to you, if there are older people coming, what is, or is it related to only a particular age group? Although, if you can just run us through, all the interesting new details that you have been noticing in the last 1.5 years. You're on mute, sir. You need to unmute.
Heading an institution which has run a mental health facility for almost 25 years, which is not common because, mental health indoor facilities in most hospitals are not existing. And we've always had a spectrum of cases which range from very mild to very severe psychosis. And in this period, when there were two challenges, one is to continue. The indoor admissions were restricted because of the fact that we were afraid of COVID spreading. Because, even if you have mental health people staying together, to ensure social distancing and COVID protocols in the indoor facility was a problem. So therefore, there were a lot of patients who could not seek the help that they required at that time, and they were actually, suffering at home. And at that time, we immediately thought of, going on to the digital platform and going digital in a bigger way than what we were doing conventionally. So you see, even a digital platform is difficult for people with mental illness. So it's not very easy. However, we made sure that we kept the services running, and we tried to, defer admission for as long as possible, but it was very difficult. And once the lockdown started, once the disease and we were able to understand more about COVID, and the fear of COVID became lesser, we started, gradually taking patients in more and more into the single rooms and with a lot of care.
So sorry to interrupt you, but what are the kind of cases that you've been noticing more in?
It's the same. In fact, the severity is more. There's no. I mean, I would not say there's any change in the kind of cases that you're getting. It's that we were getting people who would be easily manageable at home because with medication and all. But now, with the situation being worse, the severity and the number of cases started increasing a lot.
And if you had to give me a percentage, a rough idea of both
around
increase
30
in
to
severity
40%.
and
Around 30%, 30 to 40%, you can say.
This is in the number of patients or number of severe
both the
patients?
severity and the number of patients. I mean, you would say that it's a 1/3 more than what would normally be there.
So I also ask this because I myself know a patient as young as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, who was diagnosed with clinical depression after COVID. Then, of course, there are older people, there are younger people who have lost their jobs. Bhavna, if I can get you also in, Bhavna Gautam, not the MC, if I can get you in the debate, what are the trends that you have been noticing? And, what are the kind of solutions that you have been offering?
So the way Dr. Vispi mentioned, I'm sure the whole bulk of clinical and severe cases, are the ones that approach an institution like Messina Hospital. What I noticed in my practice was that during the first lockdown, Nazia, there was a larger number of people probably coming in with anxiety. Because there was this financial uncertainty, there was an uncertainty about how we are going to cope with the lockdown. There was no idea about how we are going to move across. However, with the second lockdown, there's just been a very, I wouldn't call it significant, but of course, there's been a shift where I'm getting a lot of younger ones who are coming in typically in the age group of 18 to 25. roughly around 32. And now the idea or the major challenge that they are having is not anxiety or depression. It is this sense of hopelessness or helplessness, because they were in an age group where they were looking forward to probably creating their careers and starting a new journey altogether. And in fact, very interestingly, one of the journals even reported this emotion and called it languishing. So I actually saw this shift from a lot of anxiety and depression to that languishing, where people didn't know why they are doing and what they are doing and where they are headed. And in fact, for them, to ignite hope when you yourself don't know how long the situation is going to last, was quite a journey actually. So you may tell them a lot of things. As mental health expert, and especially as a holistic health expert, I incorporate many dimensions of health. So whether it's your nutrition, whether it's your fitness, whether it's your meditation, all of these aspects come into it. But with the restrictions, and what do? There are people who are locked up in isolation. I know they are not allowed of their buildings. They're not allowed of their cubes. We in Mumbai, we literally live in tiny nests out here. We do not even have space to go breathe. How do you tell them that okay, you need to exercise and you need to ensure that you fix your diet, and at the same time please stay connected with your family and stay connected with your friends, because social media.
How are you addressing it?
How am I addressing it? Yes. So like I said, it's been a very it's been quite a learning for me too. We try to do with a lot of history taking. We try and understand what outlets can work for this particular counseling. It cannot be a generalized approach. It needs to be so customized, and it needs to really understand their fears and move around that. Some of those fears may just be just be fears. I mean, there's no basis to it. But you move with that. But for me, the main work still remains that it has to take into consideration all of these aspects: their nutrition, their fitness, their social connects, very importantly. So like I said, holistic health in fact came into a much bigger role rather than that piecemeal approach that was being implemented earlier.
Dr. Murdia, I mean, because you are an IVF expert and you deal with a lot of pregnant women, postpartum depression has always been, something that a lot of women go through. I've myself had 2 pregnancies. The pregnancy in itself is, such a difficult journey for women. Now, when you add COVID stress to it, I mean, what kind of outcomes, I mean, what kind of patients are you handling? And you suffer from so many health issues when you're pregnant, and with a pandemic around you, what is the mental state of women who are pregnant in last 1 year, and how do you help them, how do you counsel them?
So I think the biggest problem with this COVID was that it suddenly hit the world, and there were people didn't know how to react. People didn't know what it can cause, what it can do, and how to safeguard yourself. There have been a lot of misleading things happening, digitally as well as through other medias, where people were really confused as to what should be their step. We have been having patients who wanted to go for IVF, but they were really scared in terms of because of the fear of pregnancy, and there were few misconceptions that can a pregnant woman go for a COVID vaccination, which still just got recently cleared off that they can. So till now there was very uncertain situation that should I go for a COVID vaccination and then go for a pregnancy, or if I am pregnant, how should I safeguard myself? Can I go for a vaccination or not? Which is, I think, now clear. So it was very typical for these patients, and we had put in a lot of efforts, especially with the help of telemedicine. Teleconsultation. We have provided them with the helpline so they can get in touch with our doctors, and they don't have to visit hospitals unnecessary to expose them to such kind of conditions. We have tried to provide them with authentic information, because there have been so much information floating from all around. They really didn't know what to do and what not to do. We have tried to advise them to isolate themselves with other people, be away from people as much as possible to safeguard their pregnancy and to shield themselves. So I think in terms of,
also not very depressing, to be all alone when you're pregnant, and so how do you
It
address
is.
the mental health aspect of it?
Yeah, it is very depressing, right? And at times you can't do anything. If you are pregnant, that is the only option that you have, right? There is no other option. The only thing is use digital technology to be in touch with your relatives, your people. Try to avoid physical contacts and coming close to people. It's just like, there have been deliveries being happening. Just imagine the kind of situation after that. You have a baby with you, and then you can't let people be around you or help you out, right? Because it's very scary. You don't want to expose your babies to such kind of situation. So it has been really bad, but I think somehow the way digital has helped people connect to their doctors, and this telemedicine thing floating around, it has really helped, I think, a lot of patients to get the right answers by connecting to the right doctors.
Samantha or Shamantha, because you have written Shamantha.
It's Shamantha. Yeah, Shamantha.
Shamantha. Okay. So Shamantha, if I can have you in the discussion. So, I was wondering, I've forgotten my question. So from you, I wanted to ask, let me go through my, so basically, if you first tell me what are the kind of patients you're getting right now, and what are the solutions you're giving to them?
So since I work in a hospital setting, I usually see post-op and pre-op, right? And also, am I audible?
Yes, but if you can be a little louder. Hello? Hello? I think we've lost, if I can, I remember the question. If I can come back to Mr. Jogchi, the biggest problem with mental health has always been, first, there is a stigma attached to it. Secondly, it is very difficult to, tell the person suffering from mental health issues, to tell the person that you need some kind of help, you should go and see a doctor. People get offended. They're already going through a lot of turmoil within themselves. How do you handle these kind of situations? How do you go and tell a person in your family or in your neighborhood or at work that, you need help?
See, basically, you're asking these questions to the wrong person, because I'm not a mental health professional. I mean,
I actually had wanted to ask Shamantha,
but I still answer your question. See, there is a stigma to mental health, no doubt about it. But the fact that the acceptance that mental health is an issue today has become easier, especially since the time people have started coming out in the open. Of course, COVID has helped to some extent, but more than that, in the recent past, celebrities talking about depression, celebrities talking about anxiety has helped. To my mind, one of the things which we want to introduce as a hospital is that even in any executive health checkup in the hospital, you never get an executive health checkup which checks your mental health. And I am very keen that, in fact, I had plans to introduce that in my executive health checkup in my hospital right from the beginning. Unfortunately, with COVID, all the executive health checkups also have closed down. You don't do executive health checkups at all. So a simple questionnaire, DAS score or something, which will just give a simple idea whether someone needs some screening tool is required to, make people aware that, well, you don't have to be actually having overt or covert symptoms of mental disorders. Sometimes they are so subtle that you will pick it up early, and then maybe, that's the time to intervene and make sure that you don't land up in a bad situation. So I think that's what I would put it as my...
Shamantha, the question I wanted to ask you then was that how, if I notice, if I feel that there is somebody in my family or some of my colleague, or in my neighborhood who's become a little aggressive, or, who's become a loner, who's not talking the way he used to, what is the right way to approach the person and, tell the person that, I think you need help, or you need to go and see, because people get very offended the minute you try to tell them that, you could have mental health issues. They come back and say, you have mental health issues, you have lost it. So how do you handle that?
Absolutely.
And also, sorry, what are the some signs that we should notice? What are the first few signs that are very important to observe, which give you that idea that this person might be suffering from a mental health, from something to do with mental health?
Okay, so answering your second question first. So we need to look out for the signs and symptoms, right? So any mental health.
You need to be louder.
Answering your second question first, we need to look out for the signs and symptoms, right? So any mental health disorder or symptom, for that matter, will have certain symptoms. Like it can have physiological symptoms, it can have emotional symptoms, it can have physical symptoms, right? So when first we need to understand what are these symptoms, and what are these signs, and what are they related to, right? So if it's like anxiety, for that matter, right? So they will be showing bodily cues. They will have some sort of reaction to a particular situation. So we need to understand, then we will be able to tell that, okay, yes, this person is having an issue, right? But and again, if it's depression, for that matter, they will try and avoid social situations, or they might isolate themselves, or they might have excessive crying, disturbed sleep and appetite, right? So each problem has a different set of signs and symptoms. So depending on that, we will be able to identify that, right? And what was the first question again?
First question is that how do you tell the
approach
person? What
them,
is
right?
the right way to
them?
approach the person and convince the person to go and see somebody like you or Bhavna?
Right. I think first understanding who is very close to that person. I think like any random person just cannot go and like talk to them and say, you need help, right? So, because they might get offended, even though they would need help. Saying the way you say it also matters, right? How you say it, where you say it, matters a lot. You can't say it in public, you can't say it in a way that could be disrespectful or offensive to that person, right? So you need to understand, okay, this is a sensitive matter, right? And maybe I have to be close enough to that person to be able to have a discussion around this topic, right? And once I do that, and also if you cannot approach that person directly, like have this conversation with them directly, then maybe giving them an example, right? Or like talking in terms of a third person, and helping them realize that, okay, you too can take help, right? Like since somebody else took help and felt better, or um, put themselves in a better situation because of taking help, and there is no stigma or shame surrounded around taking help, right? Because there's mental health and stigma just like come hand in hand. So I think reducing that stigma and normalizing the fact that you can take help, whether it's whether you have to take medication or just go to therapy, and also helping them understand that people who just want to talk about their week also go to mental health professionals, and it's just not just people who have severe mental health issues. So informing people about this, educating people will really help.
I want to come to you, Kelly. I just want Bhavna to add very briefly to it. How do you suggest one should approach somebody who's suffering from mental health?
So, Nazi, I get a lot of parents who ask, how do I get my child into therapy? Or a lot of spouses who say, how do I get my partner to, be part of this therapy process? And I always
parents,
tell them, yeah, like children saying, can I get my mother to therapy? And it isn't easy for a child to do that. And I always tell them, irrespective of whether the person comes or doesn't come, the first thing you need to do is be a genuine listener. I've realized that most of the times people want help, they just don't ask for it because, like I said, it's a stigma, or their egos get in the way, or they feel that they're going to be judged. But every time the supporting people around have been good listeners, and they actually go with the idea of suggesting things rather than implying that okay, you need help, people have been more open to seeking therapy. So I usually in fact land up training the people who come to me for somebody else. I train them on how to become a better listener, and maybe the other person would feel much more at ease saying, okay, you know what, I think I'll take your suggestion.
Hey, Ali, you told us that you have suffered from anxiety, and despite suffering from anxiety or your own issues, you have done remarkably well in your career. You've won awards as a marketing and communication expert. So I would really want you to take us through your story and also tell us what are the kind of support an employee would need, from your office, or your, and how do you speak to them, and where are the loopholes and what can be done to improve it also?
Nazia, thanks for the question. So I've been, a mental illness survivor, I like to call myself, because I've suffered for over 23 years. I continue to live with clinical depression and anxiety, so it's not just anxiety. I just think that, mental health is a spectrum, right? It's on one end of it, you have people like me who are severely ill. And on the other end of it, you have people who are perhaps going through some kind of a phase, are starting to probably show some kind of symptoms, and they would want to just talk about it. Like Bhavna also was saying, the importance of listening, right? I think specifically talking about the kind of support system that you need at work, I just feel, and without mincing words, I'd like to say that I think India is far behind. I think that most organizations, and I'm talking about very large organizations, I won't be unfortunately taking names here, but I've worked with very, very large organizations where my personal experience has been that, people have very, very low to nil awareness about how do you deal with people with mental illness. And it's challenging because it's a dual battle then for people like us, because you're fighting a battle with your own mind, where there are voices in your head that you can't necessarily control, and there are voices that are going on telling you that you're going to fail, your life is not worth living, you're not good enough, you're good for nothing, everything is wrong, everything is going wrong. So that's an internal battle that you fight, and then externally you fight a battle with the ecosystem that you're within, which kind of identifies you as somebody that's a little different, a little off, somebody that is a loner, is not a people's person, which is typically not looked at as a good sign in a corporate setup, is not is not a team player. These are the words that, this is the sort of typical feedback that is kind of given to people that isolate themselves, and not realizing that that's actually, a symptom of a disease that the person kind of lives with, right? And it all stems from tremendous amount of apathy. I think the correct word is apathy, because it's not just about not knowing, it's about not wanting to know because it's not their reality, right? It's almost, and I'm sure that things have changed quite a bit in the last year and a half with COVID. Doctor mentioned that he's seen a 30 to 40% rise in cases, and obviously that has led to greater awareness. And while COVID has taken away a lot, I think the one thing that it's given is higher awareness around mental illness and mental health in general. But I think that even today, I think organizations have no structured way of dealing with people with mental illness. There is no policy in place. I mean, last year when Zomato declared a period leaves, right, there was so much of chatter around it, right? But when would we actually see mental health leaves, right? I mean, when can an employee very safely write a letter to a manager? And I'm actually currently very fortunate to be a part of an organization where I have leadership which is extremely empathetic. But that's not really been the case all my 15 years that I've been in the business, right? Because when you're feeling the way you feel when you're mentally ill, you are constantly under this continuous worry that if I talk about the fact that I'm mentally not okay, my performance and the way I am in the organization will be looked at through the prism of, oh, she's mentally ill and therefore she's a burden, or oh, I mean, she's problematic, or things. That's the usual narrative, right? So the point is that, like I said, there is no structured way of dealing with people. There is lack of awareness, there is apathy, there is tremendous amount of neglect, right? Because I've
How
had
did
situations.
if you can give an example of how did you handle on day-to-day basis, having a corporate job and having this illness, how did you tackle the issue?
I mean, you tackle it because there's no other way. It's like, it's like asking, I mean, what's the alternative? Do you just quit and do you just kind of give up on everything in life? You can't, because you have to.
So how do you survive?
It's very tough, Nazia. It's extremely tough to survive because
yeah, but I would want you to tell us, in a way that so that people who are listening would know that there is a way to survive, because you have survived.
Well,
right?
I think that the way to survive is to continue to do what you're doing and focusing on the things that you're good at, and to ensure that you are able to you're able to distance the disease from the person, right? The disease is a part of us, but it is not entirely who we are. There are other aspects to us. So for example, I'm mentally ill, but I could also be somebody that's good at painting, or is a good friend, a good listener, fun to hang out with, amongst people that I genuinely like, not necessarily a lot of people, but people that I genuinely like. I'm somebody that could be very well read, for example. So there are other aspects to me that also make up who I am.
Also,
right?
As a professional, you might be having some bad days, but on most other days, you are doing your job pretty well.
So here's the thing about it, right? There are days, and there are many days that you don't even feel like getting off the bed. That's a reality, right? And again, it differs from person to person. Not everybody's case is as severe as me or as chronic as mine. But there are many days when you don't feel like even getting off the bed, forget attending meetings. But the way I've been able to cope with it is to just constantly tell myself that you've just got to do this. You've just got to do this, and you cannot let the disease become bigger than you. Right.
And have you taken help of professional counselors?
Of course. I mean, if you've lived with the disease for over half your life, you've reached out to every possible doctor and psychologist and psychiatrist and taken all kinds of help that there is out there, and the best of help. But in certain cases, there's something called treatment-resistant depression, which is TRD. And I don't want to get too technical, but I'm sure there are doctors on this panel, so I'm sure they would know what I'm talking about. My case is that, unfortunately, so it is kind of treatment-resistant. I still haven't given up hope, and I continue to take my medicines. But like I said, not everybody's case is as severe. There are cases that are less severe and they're able to manage better. I am able to manage the way I am because I've lived with it for so long. So for me now, I have been able to, you asked me, how do you cope? One of the ways of coping is to be able to identify your triggers. is to be able to list down, what are the things that could be potential triggers or have been triggers in the past, and how do you kind of build a shield around yourself to try and see if you can protect yourself from those triggers. And it's not going to happen all the time. You're not going to be able to protect yourself every time from those triggers. There would be days when you would be triggered by something not working out, or something frustrating you deeply. But the idea is to try and constantly kind of build that wall around yourself to. That's my personal mechanism. It differs from person to person. I'm just telling you what works for me, and it is the ability to identify triggers, right? So I think going back to corporate policies, I think that one of the things that I strongly feel about is when we talk about diversity and inclusion at work, diversity and inclusion is not just about hiring 50% women, right? That is one kind of diversity. And I'm me being a woman and being a, very proud feminist, I think that I'm all for diversity in the boardroom, all for breaking the glass ceiling and having more women. But diversity and inclusion is also about ensuring that you have enough, people of different backgrounds and different worldviews, right? People with mental illness have a very different worldview, which in many cases could actually be an asset to the company, which most companies don't realize. For example, when you live with anxiety, you're kind of always, you're always preempting what can go wrong, right? You can become risk averse, but you're always kind of sniffing out problems before anybody else can, because you look at everything as a risk factor, right? You look at everything as a potential source of risk. Now that in many ways could actually be a positive thing in a team, because everybody else might be like, oh, we're going to be very gung-ho about something, and then you need that one person to say that, hey, but listen, have we thought about this, and this could actually backfire, right? So having neurodiverse people in the organization, and actually, making that effort to, go out and look for people that live with, neurodiversity of some sort. And again, neurodiversity is massive, but, I think is one of the things that organizations should very, very actively be doing, just as they should be actively hiring LGBTIQ people, for example. Right. Similarly, I think there should be representation of people that are mentally ill, because when you see somebody who's mentally ill, who's successful, who is in the senior leadership, it gives you tremendous confidence and tremendous impetus to go on and tell yourself that, listen, if she could or if he could, I can too, and I'm going to do this, right? So yeah.
So because of technical glitches, we started late, and now we are already out of time. Mr. Jalil has already joined for the next panel. So now I want to discuss that last final thing, which I hope we can discuss for next 10 minutes at least. How do we make like there was this incident of Deepika Padukone coming out and talking about mental health issues. Then there was Alia Bhatt's sister who started talking about her mental health issues. How can we as a nation, as people, how can celebs and how can brands embrace this and make it perfectly fine to have mental health issues and bring in more awareness about it. So I can start with Mr. Dr. Murdia. If you can, if you would want to talk about it, because I also remember Isha there talk about postpartum depression. How she suffered and from it and she overcame it. So what can celebs and brands and corporates do about this whole issue of mental health?
I think India really lacks, the awareness about it, and what Piali has described. For me, it's very difficult to even understand, right? Because someone who has suffered really knows what he or she has been through. The person on the other side doesn't realize what they have done, right? We have had a long array of discussions with LGBT people, and finally India has achieved that level where now we recognize that they also are a part of this society. I think there has to be something which is lead from example. The organization have to take it as a priority and channelize it. It is not just having a policy around and just saying that we have something like this in place. It is about, you have to lead by example. You have to share, let's say, for this, COVID crisis, the managers need to talk about their mental, wellness issues to employees under them. Then only you can initiate a discussion. There has to be a lot of, effort being made from the media side. There has to be effort made from the celebrity side. I still remember a movie, Tare Zameen Par, right, which had a bit of flavor about this same issue. So that created a lot of ripples that, something like this exists. Otherwise, people don't know and people don't understand that something like this exists. As psychologists, yes, you guys definitely get cases which are, of these nature, and and you understand that something like this can happen. But for a normal public, for normal organizations, for normal people, they are unaware of all this thing. They really don't understand that, someone can go through this, and what is the kind of struggle that they have. This is something that we need to bring out as a society. We need to accept it as how we have accepted other things in India. And I think there is so much work to be done on this, because COVID has really shown us that this thing has become a highlight now. People are suffering from it, and at the end of the day, it is the organization that will be suffering if the employees of the organization are having mental health issues. And there have been studies conducted in the Western world which says that every $1 that you invest on the mental health, you will have additional $2 to $4 of revenue being generated for the organization. So I think it is something that we really need to work on now.
I think we need to, I'll take that quote from you later and circulate it to as many corporates as we can. So, Chamanta, you have to sum it up for me in 2 minutes, because we really need to wrap up.
Yeah, sure. I completely agree with Dr. Murdia. But adding to that, I completely agree with Dr. Murdia, but adding to that, I would like to say that, create safe spaces for people to converse about mental health, whether it's creating social support groups, right? It could be formal or informal, and also having regular conversations about mental health in the workplace setting, right? Even at homes, I get a lot of cases where people tell me that they cannot discuss about mental health at home because it's not even acknowledged, right? So when they say that I'm going through so and so, family members just brush it off and say, you know what, it's just, you're just pretending, or maybe like, this is just a phase, get over it, and things like that. So having that conversation is so important, right?
Bhavna.
Nazia, taking from what Piali just addressed so beautifully, I believe the one way where we can create that huge impact which is required, vis-a-vis the slow growth that we are seeing on the awareness and accessibility, is to create a more community-based approach. People need to rethink their relationship in communities, and there are so many communities that need to come together to create an entire ecosystem. Talk about mental health in schools, talk about mental health among pregnant women, talk about mental health among the chronically ill in the hospitals, talk about mental health of the caregivers. So unless each community and each ecosystem does its bit in getting the awareness done, I think that complete chain and link chain doesn't get created. So whether we are talking about conventional medicine and doctors out there who treat you for maybe physical ailments, what stops them from bringing in this element of, if you're feeling too disconnected with your physical health situation, why don't you also approach a therapist? Why don't you also go to a counselor? Why don't you also see a psychiatrist? It needs to get normalized on multiple levels so that people know that they are in an ecosystem and not an isolated hunt to find support for their mental health. So I believe we need to interlink these community efforts together.
Dr. Joshi. Sir, you're on mute. Sir, you need to.
Yeah. So basically, of course, everybody has spoken about this aspect of, widespread awareness. And actually, to some extent in Masina Hospital, the fact that we have a mental health unit for a long time, it's like almost natural for many of our patients to sort of seek mental health help. So it is not that bad in our hospital as such, but in society.
My
of course,
question was, yeah, how to create awareness, and what can we as a
yes,
society, and
yes. So
particularly
basically,
corporates, offices can do for their employees to improve.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. To mainstream this mental health issue is, therefore I spoke in the beginning to make it a part of a part of a physical and a mental health checkup. As I said, an executive health checkup should have a mental component itself. Besides that, the question of basically everybody is afraid of mental health illnesses because first and foremost, not only does it put you back, it affects your own livelihood. It affects the livelihood of the caregivers who are around you because they don't know what to do with you. You become unproductive. And the last and most important thing is, when you have a mental health illness, it becomes a very costly and a socio-economically destroying affair for you. It's completely, it puts the whole family's socio-economic status haywire. So, I mean, there is a finiteness to a physical illness which is not there in a mental illness. A mental illness is a prolonged illness. It's something which is a fear of the unknown. And even if you become aware and you want to seek help, you are afraid of going ahead and actually seeking help. So there are many dimensions to this. The awareness, of course, is the first factor. But today in our country, it has to get coupled with the cost of treatment also. Because ultimately today, although the Mental Health Act mandates that insurance is supposed to be given, but is this the ground reality? That's a question I always ask. And on the ground, you do not get insurance for mental health illnesses because there are still no proper guidelines for that. I mean, in any conventional insurance, you have to declare a pre-existing disease. Here, how do you define pre-existing disease? How do you define an attempt at suicide? Whether suicide is supposed to be given a status of a mental illness or whether it has to be treated, and what is the cost of treatment? So there are many other aspects to this besides just the awareness. So that I'm sorry I have digressed a bit, but I touched on a third topic because I feel that it's all linked.
But that's absolutely necessary. You need to cover mental illness under insurance. Otherwise, a lot of people would not go. I mean, I know somebody who was seeking going to a counselor, but the counselor would charge 3,000 or 4,000 per hour. That was adding to the mental illness. That was not reducing it.
Absolutely.
So, Piali, if you can conclude the session for us.
Well, I think that three things. One is first, recognize that mental illness is an illness, right? I think that awareness has to be built to raise enough awareness through conversations, to involve stakeholders, for example, the press, like communities, for example, like Dr. Bhavna said, and to acknowledge that mental illness is an illness, is not something that is in your mind, right? The second thing I think is, to be able to, actively encourage conversations in corporate setups where, people can come out and share their stories, which gives other people the courage to do that and helps destigmatize it, helps demystify it. Like Dr. Joki also said that, this is a fear of the unknown, and that's the only way to kind of do that. And the third, obviously, is to have, taste makers, influencers, people in the know, people in the limelight, like, for example, Deepika, people of influence who would be able to come out and share their stories, because that also gives tremendous amount of, courage for people like me to come out and talk about what it is like to actually live with an illness like this. So I think, that's how I would sum it up. Three key things.
Thank you all for joining us. And I've been getting messages for the last 5 minutes to conclude it, although I would have loved to have this conversation going on for another half an hour or so. I mean, this was really enriching. Thanks again. And you guys are really doing a great job, because, mental illness has become a big problem for our country. I was reading a report that WHO that India, I think, is the most depressed country right now. I don't know if this is
most after China.
Okay, so I think it's related to population, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, thank you. Thanks again. And we're very sorry that we started late because of technical problems and we had to finish it more or less on time. Thanks a lot. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It
you.
was a pleasure
Thank you
talking
so
to all
much.
of
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you,
And you
Nazia.
did a fine
Bye.
job
Thank
too.
you, Nadia. Thank you for
Nazia
having
did a
us.
fine job too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a great session that was. And now it is time for our much awaited valedictory address by one of the most wonderful creative orators. Join me in welcoming Mr. Amir Jalil, Group Chief Creative Officer and Chairman of the Mullen Lintas Group, who's joining us. Amir has been part of building brands like Micromax, OLX, Havells, and has conceived and led the journey of Tata Tea's Jago Ray movement. His portfolio over the years has been including the iconic work on Google, Maruti Suzuki, ICICI Prudential, and Bajaj. Well, in 2015, he founded a new agency, Mullen Lintas, from scratch, and today it has grown up to be amongst the top 10 agencies out here. Amir has continued steering and transforming Mullen Lintas Group's India's most storied brand portfolio. So with this, it is now time to have him on your stage and screen. Thank you so much, Amir, for joining us today. You've been very kind in waiting and listening to all our panelists as well. Thank you for that. Apologies on the slight delay on our end. Over to you.
No worries. No worries. It was, I'm happy I was part of that session. I got to listen to some real gems from there. And no worries at all for any delay at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this, Amir, over to you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So I'll just start. Hi, everybody. Thank you, e4m, for having me. It's an honor. But more than that, thank you for allowing, an indirectly connected to health individual, such as me, to air my opinion. In many ways, the health industry stood up during an absolutely trying time and made the rest of us very, very proud, very grateful. This industry has always been a beacon. Throughout history, this industry has looked ahead and not at its own toes. You've been forward thinkers, full of foresight, preparedness, and one can only marvel that if this industry had not been so agile and ready, what the state of the world would be today. So happy to be here. And how profound and meaningful that phrase suddenly has become, being here. An automatic prayer springs in the head, just gratitude for being here. So while the theme of this conference is marketing, communications, and brand empathy in the time of a pandemic, I would like to waver a bit to a slightly more encompassing conversation. Please indulge me. I'm sharing some thoughts. Sharing thoughts, not data. Data today seems to have acquired a mind of its own. Data doesn't need interpretation anymore. Data talks directly to us. And we hear people say that, but the data tells us this, data is saying this, will you argue with data? This data is a pet peeve of mine, sorry, but it's for another day. Therefore, thoughts. If you look at the word health, and if you look at the word self, they are contradictory. One comes from the original hyles, which is the original word from where it descends, and which means wholeness, actually, or completeness. And the other, which is self, comes from, individualness or singleness as such. So if you look at my health, if you say my health as a concept, it's a misnomer. It cannot exist. If I say I'm healthy, I'm incorrectly assuming something that cannot exist. Let me try this, try saying this in another way. So when someone says, how's your head or how's your tummy, they are being concerned, yes, but it doesn't help for only your head or your tummy to be well. And likewise, if someone asks, how are you, it feels nice. But, अंदर से एक आवाज आती है आजकल कि I am okay, but I really don't know about a certain bat living in a forest thousands of miles away from me. Health needs, whole thinking, not self-thinking. In fact, if one extends the limited concept of body health to that of health for the earth, say, then self-thinking or self-preservation in many ways may actually be more harmful to whole health, I feel. If I'm selfishly consuming organic avocado and it's coming from a farm that was until recently a forest, then that's not health. It's health. It's HELLTH. It's not health because it's not whole. Look, we are health conscious and we are environmentally conscious, but those two are, two separate concepts in our head. They are not one somehow yet. We look after our body and its health in some ways when we are not deep frying it away at least. And similarly, some of us at any rate do a bit for the well-being of the planet. So there's an incoming call. Sorry. So I was saying that, we could fuse the two and somehow evolve to planet health as an idea. And if and when we truly start believing that, then every time someone asks you, how are you, you'll not be able to say, I'm well, thank you, because, well, you know the state of the earth. I'm a communicator. I'm not a doctor, not a medical expert, but I do know about mental viruses. This virus is a thought. If it goes and sits in your head, it'll program your thinking, your behavior. If you start to really believe my health is nothing without planet health, that'll change your actions to those that are not selfish, but wholish. And that will be immensely valuable to all of us. Many of us here, while realizing the immense human toll and economic tragedy, are also benefiting from the opportunity of the pandemic. Data is selling like crazy, home entertainment is selling like crazy, FMCG is going bonkers, e4m or most of it is upticking wildly, insurance is having its moment. We know this, and we are making the most of this opportunity, right? We are opportunists. And so I asked you to see the biggest opportunity in the pandemic, something that will benefit the whole. This opportunity is about meeting the prepared mind. People have seen the impact of their life on their life from a random event. They have understood the connection between disconnected events and its far-reaching impact on us. This is a media opportunity, the biggest available window for everyone to wake up, to realize and internalize the fact that health is not a vacation we take once in a year. Health is not a subject, it's a necessary condition. Health is not an island. You cannot be healthy if your fellow woman is not. If anything, the pandemic has shown us this. Health is not your jagir alone, it's an overall state of the earth. If your lungs need curing, you have to start with the bat. The pandemic has given us an opportunity to communicate the message of whole health. In a way, it's laid the ground for people to believe that some unconnected Dur Daraz ka event can reach you shut your business, ruin your bar-going days, kill your loved one. So it's a prepared mind. It has the ability to take in messages. We can battle the worst disasters that are flung at us. We can have science, technology, advancements, control over the elements. Everything is effective and everything must be employed. Nothing, however, is as effective as an evolved, enlightened, and aware individual. The loha of the mind, as it were, is garam, and we need to maro the hatora. It's not going to be easy equating the self with the whole. For one, self-health comes instinctively to us. Swatting a mosquito is an unconscious act. Not drinking from a plastic bottle doesn't come as easily to our heads. It doesn't somehow compute as good for our health. Good for the future, yes. Good for our children, yes. Not so much health, but it needs to. For another, the two ecos, economics and ecology, are at cross purposes, and how? Who can stop themselves from buying crypto, not profiteering from the boom of the crypto, just because its mining is eating up the energy resources and causing huge pollution for the sake of the environment? Or far less for an utterly vague concept as the planet's health is my health, but it needs to. Some acts are completely synced, though. People who have adopted lifestyle cycling for one, clearly their health and the planet's health is inextricably linked here. Our every act needs to be like this. Once the concept of outside health and inside health becomes one and the same for everyone, that's when the world will get the most empowered to heal and become stronger. I'm reminded of some extremely illuminating words here. हर जर्रा चमकता है अनवारे इलाही से, हर सांस ये कहती है हम हैं तो खुदा भी है. Zarra is speck, anware ilahi is glow of existence. I'm using a derived meaning, non-religious and convenient, with apologies to the Shire Akbar Allahabadi. What it says is every speck sparkles with the glow of existence, and every living act of ours says, I'm here as part of this existence. To end, I want to say that, I have, gotten away with some really silly and naive ideas in my career. So I'm going to go ahead and share one with you. So if we accept this idea of our health is our wholeness, maybe we can adopt a new word to remind us that our health is nothing but planet health. And so I propose a silent P before the word health in usage. We say health, but we could write PHEALTH. Is this reading right for you guys? I hope. Yeah. Or
basically, yeah, it's come out the other side. Like,
oh, I have the other one. I'm prepared.
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
Because to me, it was looking like a mirror image, so that's why.
Absolutely.
So thank you, everybody. Wishing you good health always.
Perfect. Thank you so much. What an incredible address that was. Thank you once again, Mr. Jaleel, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible day this is turning out to be. We've had some great sessions, and that was Mr. Amir Jaleel, who just joined us. And truly, it was insightful to attend this conference, for which I'd once again like to thank out all our speakers who took out time today to come here and be a part of the e4m Health Communication Conference. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to move on to the much awaited, the much celebrated second edition of the e4m Health Marcom Awards. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are geared, and it is now time to progress towards the awards right now. So ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Valedictory, your host for the day. And on behalf of Exchange for Media, I welcome you all now to the second edition of the e4m Health Marcom Awards with our gold partner Teamwork Communications Group, which is honoring excellence in healthcare marketing and communications. While Exchange for Media has broadened the horizon and scope for participants with 19 categories and 9 subcategories for participants to enter under. The show was open to participants from various sectors. Any brand or company that has work associated with or is promoting a healthy living, wellness, self-care, fitness, better environment, sustainable living, sanitization, and safety. The esteemed jury panel came together on the 9th of June for the jury meet and selected the winners from the best campaigns exhibited. Well, the criteria was equally divided as concept getting 25%, innovation getting 25%, execution getting 25%, and the results getting 25%. Well, the show saw a phenomenal response with 150 entries and 25 jury members in attendance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we have our co-founder, Exchange for Media, Mr. Naval Ahuja, joining us shortly, I would now like to briefly play out the intro AV, if possible. If you could have the intro AV being played out. So ladies and gentlemen, this is all happening at the e4m Marcom Health Awards. Over to you.
Exchange for Media is proud to announce its second edition of the Health Marcom Awards. This year, we saw massive participation from brands and agencies to showcase their work across health and wellness. The response was phenomenal, with 150 nominations and a robust jury panel. Campaigns entered under 9 categories and 19 subcategories. The awards saw a great response from all sectors. Healthcare, FMCG, wellness, media, public health awareness, BFSI, food and beverages, consumer durables, manufacturing, and real estate. The robust jury panel. Jury Chair Rajaram Narayanan, Sanofi. Sumit Sehgal, Sleep Well. L.V. Krishnan, TAM Media Research. Tina Mistry, Abbott Nutrition. Nishant Mishra, Apollo Health and Lifestyle Limited. Umesh Krishna, Swiggy. Shivam Puri, Cipla Health. Karthik Johari, Noble Hygiene. Darshana Shah, Aditya Birla Health. Smita Murarkar, Duroflex. Piyali Das Gupta, Columbia Pacific Communities. Ajay Khanna, Amway. Neil Pandya, L'Oreal. Vikas Chauhan, 1mg. Deepa Krishnan, Tata Starbucks. Prasenjit K. Ghosh, Aster DM Healthcare. Shabri Prabhakar, Cafe Coffee Day. Anil Vinayak, Fortis Healthcare. Jain Mehta, Amul.
It was indeed a privilege to be the chair for the jury at the Exchange for Media Health Marcom Awards. I must say I have a lot of admiration for the brands which participated this year. This was a very unusual year. The context was different on account of COVID. There were a lot of challenges in terms of manpower, in terms of production. There were a lot of opportunities which were there. And at the same time, one had to discharge this with a lot of responsibility and take accountability for the messages which were being given. We saw many examples where creativity was pushed much further. We saw very interesting insights. We saw some unusual use of different forms of media. And at the same time, we saw that many brands had integrated all the messages together very compellingly, and extremely topical kind of examples were present. The jury enjoyed looking at these entries, but importantly, we had some really tough debates. We had different points of view on the submissions. It was not easy to decide, but I think at the end of the day, we were all very happy that the quality of the submissions was something which was really noteworthy. It is important that healthcare is brought to the center of the marketing and communications landscape, and I really want to congratulate the organizers for keeping this going for the second year. I'm sure that every year we will now see the bar being raised, the boundaries being pushed, and at the same time, I think in an industry which requires us to be very responsible, we will do that with a sense of purpose. All the very best for the next year, but right now it is time to celebrate the winners and of course applaud everybody who's participated in this event.
A big thanks to Exchange for Media for creating this platform that encourages and inspires participants across various categories to continue to raise the bar in healthcare communication. It was really a privilege to be part of the jury. Thank you.
Thank you, Exchange for Media, for making me a part of Health Marcom Awards. It was great pleasure to interact with such a diverse and unique jury. I really enjoyed the process. I would like to congratulate all the winners and wish them all the best. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Smita Murarka and I'm so glad to have been on the Health Marcom Awards jury panel. It was really encouraging to see so many brands participate in the wellness, healthcare and real estate categories this year. It's very encouraging to see brands become more consumer-driven in this category, something that was thought that it is only B2B. It's now more important that consumers understand benefits of healthcare and healthcare marketing takes center stage. All the best to all the winners this year and look forward to more entries next year.
It's been a pleasure being part of the jury panel at the e4m Health Awards. It was an incredible experience to have come across some of the best professionals across India and the amazing work they all are putting in. The judging process involved a very structured, detailed and engaging discussion backed by thorough research and evaluation of the nominations with conclusions more relevant. I truly enjoyed the stellar work shared by the teams from across the healthcare, wellness and real estate sector. Some of the campaigns were exceptional and well aligned to address the changing consumer behavior, especially in the health and the wellness space. Happy to see young talent putting in such efforts, charting our strategy and showcasing results, shaping that strategy. Kudos to all the participants and my hearty congratulations to the winners.
The e4m Health Marcom 2021 Awards is a great industry initiative by e4m Group to honor some of the outstanding communication work being done in the health sector. This year too, the entries received was trying to expand the horizon of creativity with new ideas and innovation. My heartiest congratulations to the winners of 2021.
Exchange for Media thanks the jury and congratulates all the winners.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the glimpse into the work which is showcased this year, the process, and of course, the feedback from our eminent jury members shared regarding their experience of being a part of the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking the awards forward, I'm elated to be joined by none other than Mr. Naval Ahuja, co-founder, Exchange for Media Group, on the stage and screen for the welcome address for our winners and audience tonight. Over to you, Mr. Ahuja. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Bhavna, and a very good evening to everyone who has joined today. Thank you to our jury members led by Raja, who spent considerable time a couple of weeks back to look at all the work that has been entered this year. It's been a very interesting initiative doing the Health and Marcom Awards this year. For those of you who might not recall, we launched the first edition of the Health and Marketing Communication Awards in February of 2020. Little did we know that there'll be a lockdown within just 30 days after we did the first edition of the event, and health will become the pivot around which our lives will revolve for the next foreseeable future, and it continues to do so. What the last 14, 18 months have done to our lives is naturally unprecedented. But one of the big shifts that's happened, we talk about technology, digital, having shifted disrupted the entire business landscape. The other part that's happened with us as individuals, as human beings, is that health has become such a intrinsic part of our lives. The conversations we are having, the food we are eating now, the sort of amount of time, energy we spend on taking care of our health, the workouts that we do, the innovative ways in which we have managed to figure out to take care of our health in these last 14 months. And what we have seen in these last 14 months is an unprecedented rise in the number of categories that are looking at health as a very pivotal positioning plank. We have always had FMCG companies. We've always had health tech companies, for example, focusing on health. But the number of products that have tried to sort of launch in this pandemic focused on the health aspect is fantastic. I recall when we launched the first edition, we mapped around 15, 16 categories which were very relevant for health marketing communications. Not just those categories have got expanded in this last 14 months, but the new brands, very interesting, innovative brands that have got launched in each of these categories is amazing to see. Companies, businesses have been very quick to latch on to newer opportunities, look at newer ways of increasing sales, enhancing their market share, look at how companies like Bombay Shaving Company, it's not a health brand, but they're delivering haircuts at home. So very interesting case studies have come up in the last 1 odd year, where we've seen a plethora of new brands or existing brands doing extensions which are very health focused. What has been also very exciting for us is the width of brands we've seen enter this year. As you saw in the AV, almost 135 entries came in this year from an entire gamut of companies, and the jury spent a very good productive day choosing winners. Our hope is that this initiative continues to grow and more companies continue to focus on health as a important positioning plank. I recall over the last few years, India's best wins at Cannes have come from marketing advertising campaigns focused on health. So that is the kind of importance that brands, products are giving to health. It is one of the ecosystems within the advertising space which is the most evolved. Many large Indian and global setups have health care specialist units or special healthcare agencies. So we all know that the kind of focus that health does. Thank you again for joining us. My kudos to the team led by Michelle Norona, who's put this together. Pallavi, they worked hard over the last couple of months. So well done during this lockdown. I hope we are back to doing ground events very soon, and this health scare is behind us and we are able to meet face to face. Till then, congratulations to all the winners and thank you for joining us today evening. Back to you, Bhavna.
Thank you so much, Naval. Firstly, always a great pleasure having you join us on the stage and screen, and thank you for kickstarting the awards for us. Thank you once again. So ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible address that was. And it is now time to begin the very much anticipated and awaited awards ceremony, which is the E4m Health Marcom Awards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, starting off with the first category for today, which is FMCG. Let's have a look at firstly what the jury has to say and also the winners in the best brand integration. Could we have the AV, please?
Category FMCG.
Hi everyone, I'm Umesh. I'm a marketing director with Swiggy. I had an amazing time working with the Exchange for Media team and my fellow jurors, going through some of the entries that had been submitted for the HMA awards. In the current context, I think the impact that health marketing can have on our social and emotional well-being is immense. And when I saw some of the work that was submitted, I was heavily inspired. I did even learn a few things from some of the activations that you had submitted as entries. Once again, I would like to thank all the participants and the e4m team for putting something like this together. Congratulations for all the winners and submitters.
Best Brand Integration. The Bronze Award goes to ADU Digital Content Private Limited for Sirona, India.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for the Best Brand Integration. The Bronze Award goes to ADU Digital Content Private Limited for Sirona, India, for Array and Sirona presents Main or Meri Periods. Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Bronze Awardee out there in the Best Brand Integration. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best CSR Initiative by a Brand. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best CSR Initiative by a Brand. The Silver Award goes to Treinberg Gala Household Product Private Limited.
We sincerely thank Exchange for Media for recognizing our campaign Help Ki Help Karo by Brand Gala. In the pandemic, we're very glad that Help Ki Help Karo campaign has been able to make a difference to our domestic helpers' lives, who have ensured that our homes are beautiful and clean every day. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to congratulate the winners. The Silver Award in the Best CSR Initiative by a Brand goes to Friedenberg Gala Household Product Private Limited for Help Ki Help Karo. Congratulations, and ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep the momentum up. Let's keep hashtagging #E4M HMA out there on your social media handles. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory in our category FMCG, which is Best Integrated Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Integrated Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Loel Lintas for Nature Protect HUL. The Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happy Dent, Perfetti, Vanmele, India. The Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Lifebuoy HUL.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners in the subcategory Best Integrated Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Love Lintas for Nature Protect HUL for Nature's Superpower campaign. Also, the Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happy Dent, Perfetti Vanmele India for Happy Dent, Your Post-Meal Companion. And the Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Lifebuoy HUL for World's Largest COVID Campaign. Well, do keep hashtagging #E4MHMA. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to move on and find out who the winners are in our subcategory Best Social Media Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Social Media Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happy Dent, Perfetti, Vanmele, India.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the Best Social Media Campaign, the Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happy Dent, Perfetti, Vanmele, India for Happy Dent, Your Post-Meal Companion. Congratulations to the winner out there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our subcategory, Best Experiential Marketing in our category, FMCG. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Experiential Marketing. The Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Nature Protect, HUL. The Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Lifebuoy, HUL.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the subcategory Best Experiential Marketing, the Gold Award firstly goes to Mindshare for Nature Protect, HUL for Safeguarding the Faithful. Nature Protect activates temples. Congratulations to them. And also the Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Lifebuoy, HUL for delivering hygiene, one meal at a time. Well, congratulations to all the winners in this subcategory. Let's move on to the next subcategory, which is new product launch in our category FMCG. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
New product launch. The Bronze Award goes to Loyal Lentas for Nature Protect, HUL.
It gives me and my team great pleasure to accept this prestigious award for our new brand, Nature Protect. We are really committed to ensuring the safety of people inside and outside of homes, especially in these turbulent times. This award is a testament to the great product that Nature Protect is, which is a full range of neem-based disinfectants. And it's also testament to the teams that have come together in challenging times to deliver a great brand with great set of products for the consumers.
Well, congratulations to our winner out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the new product launch, the Bronze Award goes to Love Lintas for Nature Protect, HUL for Nature's Superpower campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce the winner of our final subcategory in FMCG, which is the best use of celebrity/influencer. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best use of celebrity, influencer. The Silver Award goes to Edelman India for Nature Protect, HUL.
Well, congratulations to the amazing winner, which is for the best use of celebrity/influencer. The Silver Award goes to Edelman India for Nature Protect, HUL for the launch of Nature Protect. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners in this category. Keep hashtagging #E4M HMA as one word. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next category, which is food and beverages. And let's find out who the winner is in the Best Integrated Campaign.
Category: Food and Beverages. Best Integrated Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happy Dent, Perfetti, Van Mille, India.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, for this lovely category, food and beverages, for the subcategory Best Integrated Campaign, the Silver Award goes to Grapes Digital for Happydent, Perfetti, Van Mille, India for Happydent, your post-meal companion. Congratulations to the winners in this category. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next category, which is public health/public awareness. Let's have a look at what the jury has to say and also find out the winner in our subcategory Best CSR Initiative by a Brand. Could we have the aim, please?
Category: Public Health, Public Awareness.
It was an honor being part of the second edition of the e4m Health Marcom Awards. It was an enriching experience seeing all the entry presentations. One can see that a lot of effort has been put into these projects by the competing brands. And to be fair, it was a task for me along with my fellow jury members to isolate the best ones. However, as a group, we try to do justice and the results are in front of you all. Thank you again.
Best CSR initiative by a brand. The Bronze Award goes to Duroflex.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible award that was. Congratulations. The best CSR initiative by a brand, the Bronze Award, goes to Duroflex for the gift of sleep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this same category, public health / public awareness, it is time now to get on to understanding who the winners are in our subcategory, Best Integrated Campaign. Could we have the AV, please?
Best Integrated Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Times Network. The Silver Award goes to Times of India. The Gold Award goes to Times Network.
Change begins here. We at the Times of India believe that as the leading newspaper of the country, we have a duty to not only chronicle change here and around the world, but also instigate positive change in our society. Health, wellness, the environment have been increasing concerns in our society. And we have regularly undertaken initiatives to not only create awareness, but deliver a change in attitudes and behaviors to bring about positive change in these areas. It is with this noble intent that we launched the initiatives which have been recognized today. Beat Heart Failure is one such program that has successfully educated lakhs of people about the symptoms of heart failure, a silent yet deadly disease. The Union Health Minister and various states' health ministers appreciating the initiative are testament to its success. Act Against Obesity. With obesity reaching epidemic proportions in India, this was another critical health initiative launched to spread awareness through engaging content, a risk assessment tool, and through multiple expert-led sessions. The Make India Water Positive initiative has become a national movement, spearheading the need for stronger and unified water infrastructure in the country. It has witnessed more than 3 lakh people taking the pledge and joining hands to make India a water positive country. The 3 campaigns have won multiple awards today, and for that I thank the jury and Exchange for Media. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to all the winners in our subcategory, the Best Integrated Campaign under our category, Public Health, Public Awareness. Well, the Silver Award goes to Times Network for India Fights Coronavirus. The Silver Award also goes to Times of India for Beat Heart Failure. And the Gold Award goes to Times Network for Act Now, a mental health initiative by Times Network. Well, congratulations to all the winners. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next subcategory under Public Health and Public Awareness, which is the Best PR Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best PR Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for Hero Cycle.
Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, for the Best PR Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for Hero Cycles for #The Cycle for Change. Congratulations to the winner, and I keep requesting everyone to #E4m HMA as one word. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best Social Media Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Social Media Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Duroflex. The Bronze Award goes to HMVL, Hindustan Media Ventures Limited. The Silver Award goes to Teamwork Communication Group for IHW Council.
Hello everyone. I am so delighted to hear that the Exchange for Media Health Marcom Award has decided to recognize the work which ISW Council did for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We tried to take the message of taking action against this dreadful disease, and I'm so happy that we could take this message to a lot of women of our country.
The Gold Award goes to Times Network.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, under the Best Social Media Campaign subcategory, the Bronze Award goes to Duroflex for Stay Home. Also, the Bronze Award goes to Hindustan Media Ventures Limited for Hindustan Suraksha Chalisa. The Silver Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for IHW Council for #India Fights Breast Cancer. And the Gold Award goes to Times Network for Act Now, a mental health initiative by Times Network. Congratulations to all the winners. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out the winners under our subcategory Best Use of Blogs/Websites. Could we have the AV, please?
Best Use of Blogs, Websites. The Bronze Award goes to Times of India.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, for the subcategory Best Use of Blog/Website, the Bronze Award goes to Times of India for Act Against Obesity. Congratulations to the awardee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd request you to keep hashtagging E4M HMA during the course of the awards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next subcategory, which is Best Print Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Print Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Times of India. The Bronze Award goes to Times of India.
Well, congratulations to all the winners under the Best Print Campaign. I'd like to congratulate the Bronze Award goes to Times of India for Beat Heart Failure. Congratulations. And also the Bronze Award goes to Times of India for Act Against Obesity. Congratulations for that, because they are the winners in the subcategory Best Print Campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next subcategory, which is Best Brand Integration. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Brand Integration. The Bronze Award goes to Socheers Infotech Private Limited for UP Safe, Lupin Life.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to announce the winner in this subcategory, which is for the brand, the best brand integration. Firstly, congratulations. The bronze award goes to Socheers Infotech Private Limited for LupiSafe, Lupin Life for LupiSafe IPL, LupiSafe Chennai Super Kings. So congratulations to the entire team, and I'd request all of you to keep hashtagging E4M HMA. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are having a great time today at these wonderful awards, and it is now time to move on to our next category, which is healthcare. It is now time to find out what the jury has to say and also to find out who the winners are in the subcategory Best CSR Initiative. Could we have the AV, please?
Category Healthcare.
It was fantastic time being on the jury for the HMA Awards this year. I think 2020 afforded the perfect opportunity for brands to come out and talk health, talk hygiene, and I think there's been some tremendous work that brands have done. So for me, it was a great experience looking through all of that with the other jury members, hearing their perspectives on the work done. So thank you for the opportunity. I had a really great time. Thank you.
Best CSR Initiative. The Bronze Award goes to Newberg Diagnostics.
We at Newberg always considered it our duty to the nation and its people. So we're still at it. The battle is still on. We are very proud to be part of a huge force that's keeping India safe and healthy, the COVID frontline warrior. So I thank all of you once again for this award. It's such an honor. Thank you very much. And I request all of you to stay safe.
The Silver Award goes to Sanofi India.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, for the best CSR initiative out there, we've got some amazing winners right there. Congratulations in the healthcare category, the best CSR initiative. The Bronze Award goes to Newberg Diagnostics for Best CSR and PR Campaign, and the Silver Award goes to Sanofi India for liberating India from the impact of allergies. Congratulations to both the winners, and it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, Best Use of Digital Medium in our category, Healthcare. Could we have the winner, AV, please?
Best Use of Digital Medium. The Bronze Award goes to We Rock Communications Network for GSK. The Bronze Award goes to Miram Digital Private Limited for Sanofi India. The Silver Award goes to Kinect for Bosch & Lomb.
We are pleased to have been able to bring into focus the conversation of preventive eye care, especially during these times when it was most needed. As people found themselves glued to their devices, we made it our aim to remind them to take regular breaks for their eyes and practice eye care. I'm really delighted to accept this award for the I See Better campaign, and would like to sincerely thank the jury members for the same. A special thanks to our digital partner, Kinect, for helping us during this campaign to life, and our customer for choosing Bosch & Lomb. Keep seeing better and living better. Thank you.
The Gold Award goes to Sanofi India.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate all the winners in the best use of digital medium as the subcategory. The Bronze Award goes to Vero Communications Network for GSK for CCM Women's Day campaign. Congratulations. The Bronze Award goes to Miram Digital Private Limited for Sanofi India for Vaxline by Sanofi. The Silver Award goes to Kinect for Bosch & Lomb for hashtag I See Better. And the Gold Award goes to Sanofi India for Sar Dard Mitao Clear Socho, Combi Plan Plus. Well, congratulations to all the winners in the best use of digital medium. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, the best social media campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Social Media Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Miram Digital Private Limited for Sanofi India. The Silver Award goes to Godrej Appliances. The Gold Award goes to Social Panga for Manipal Hospitals.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners in this category. First up, we've got for the best social media campaign, the Silver Award goes to Miram Digital Private Limited for Sanofi India for Into Life, hashtag I am more than my diabetes campaign. Congratulations. The Silver Award also goes to Godrej Appliances for hashtag India Ka Magic Box, and the Gold Award goes to Social Panga for Manipal Hospitals a case of best use of social media for healthcare brand. Well, congratulations to all the winners in this subcategory. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to move on to our next subcategory, Best Integrated Campaign under our category, Healthcare. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Integrated Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Janssen, Johnson & Johnson.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, for this, we do have someone joining us live for this category. Thank you so much, Rachna, for joining us today. Heartiest congratulations to you and your team for bagging this amazing award. We'd love to hear from you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Bhavna, and thanks e4m for this recognition. It's a testament of the work which we have done in the tuberculosis space at a time where the whole world's movement was towards COVID. And at Johnson & Johnson, we stay committed to work in the space of tuberculosis and enable government to achieve the goal to eliminate TB from India. Thanks once again to the jury and e4m for this recognition. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, ma'am. Thank you for joining us and congratulations to you and your team. So, ladies and gentlemen, with this, let's have a look at who the other winners are in our subcategory Best Integrated Campaign. Could we have the Gold Award winners?
The Silver Award goes to Sanofi India. The Gold Award goes to Shahbank Digital Solutions Private Limited for Cipla Health.
On behalf of the entire Cipla team, thank you so much e4m, Health Marcom, and the jury for recognizing our work in the space of lung health. A special mention for Shahbank Digital, who have been our partners for this initiative. Cipla has always believed in the philosophy of caring for life. Our campaign of asthma ke liye inhaler hai sahi reflects the true spirit or the philosophy of taking care of the patients and serving the nation.
So, well, I'd like to congratulate all the winners in the Best Integrated Campaign. First up, the Bronze Award goes to Johnson & Johnson for stepping up for patients, bridging gaps for enhancing DRTB care. We did have Rachna who had joined us live. Congratulations to your team. The Silver Award goes to Sanofi India for making India allergy-free. And the Gold Award goes to Shahbank Digital Solutions Private Limited for Cipla Health for Cipla Breathe Free. Well, congratulations to all the winners for this wonderful award. It is now time to move on to our next subcategory, which is the Best PR Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best PR Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Newberg Diagnostics. The Silver Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group or Apollo Telehealth.
We are delighted to receive such an important and prestigious award in terms of healthcare Marcom from Exchange for Media. Our campaigns, Healthcare Revolution and Making Healthier Tomorrow, were envisioned to create unanimous awareness about the benefits of digital health and improving healthcare access to the underserved population of our country. Thank you.
The Gold Award goes to Zikitsa Healthcare Limited.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners. Firstly, for the best PR campaign as a subcategory, the Bronze Award goes to Newberg Diagnostic for Best CSR and PR Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for Apollo Telehealth for hashtag Healthcare Revolution, hashtag Making Healthier Tomorrow. And the Gold Award goes to Zikitsa Healthcare Limited. Well, congratulations to all the winners in this subcategory. Now it is time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best Print Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Print Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Brand Care Medical Advertising and Consultancy for Abbott India, for Menta Biotech.
So, well, congratulations to the winners in the Best Print Campaign as a subcategory. The Silver Award goes to Brand Care Medical Advertising and Consultancy for Abbott India, for Menta Biotech for D/sources. Congratulations to all the winners in this category, which was healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to our next category, which is coming up on your screen. It is going to be wellness. Now it is time for us to know what the jury has to say and also to understand who the winners are in the best use of celebrity/influencer subcategory. Could we have the A?
Category Wellness.
Congratulations E4m team for successfully executing the second edition of Health Marcom Awards. It was my pleasure to be part of the jury, to judge some of the fabulous entries what most of the advertisers in this category has done. I was amazed to see the kind of digital integrations which and the kind of a content which was created in the right cause. So congratulations to all the winners. And for me, there is actually no loser in this category. I mean, health has become so important in the last 1.5 years that every bit what you guys have done deserves to win something. If nothing, but most of our hearts have been won by you guys. So congratulations once again and good luck. Keep doing the fabulous job in the coming years for all of us.
Best Use of Celebrity Influencer. The Bronze Award goes to Aesthetic Nutrition Private Limited.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the winner. Firstly, we're on our category wellness, and we just announced the winner of the subcategory Best Use of Celebrity/Influencer, and the Bronze Award goes to Aesthetic Nutrition Private Limited for Power Gummies Celebrity Influencer Campaigns. Congratulations, and ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out who the winners are in the next subcategory, Best Integrated Campaign.
Best Integrated Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Abbott Nutrition International. The Gold Award goes to Abbott Healthcare Private Limited.
A proud moment for us at Abbott Nutrition India to be recognized for our integrated campaigns across Pediasure and Ensure. Thank you so much for this recognition. We will strive to continue to raise the bar as we develop responsible and purposeful communication campaigns for our consumers. Thank you.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners in the Best Integrated Campaign as a subcategory. The Silver Award goes to Abbott Nutrition International for Ensure Immunity Campaign, and the Gold Award goes to Abbott Healthcare Private Limited for Pediasure Grow Right Initiative. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, Best Use of Digital Medium. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Use of Digital Media. The Silver Award goes to Amway India Enterprises Private Limited.
It is my honor to accept the e4m Health Marcom Awards 2021 for the Amway Nutralite Digital Campaign. Nutralite is world's #1 brand in vitamins and dietary supplement, which combines the best of nature with the best of science to produce plant-based supplements. This award reiterates our commitment towards our customers and direct sellers for their trust in the brand Nutralite, backed by a legacy of more than 80 years of pioneering and perfecting the plant-based approach to supplementation. We'll continue to build and strengthen the brand Nutralite through clutter-breaking creatives and innovative media interventions to create awareness around health and immunity-supporting products.
Well, I'd like to congratulate the winners in the Best Use of Digital Medium as the subcategory. The Silver Award goes to Amway India Enterprises Private Limited for Amway Nutralite. Thank you all for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the next category, there is an announcement, a rather very special announcement I have for all of you. Well, e4m presents the first edition of the Impact Digital Influencer Awards, which is coming up, which is going to celebrate India's best influencer marketing campaigns. The entries are going to be closing soon, so reach out to Michelle Norona from e4m for more details on the awards. So all of you who are looking for these awards, these are the e4m presents the first edition of the Impact Digital Influencer Awards, and you've got Michelle, who's going to be your point of contact from e4m. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, great announcement right there. Let's move on to the next category, which is real estate. And let's have a look at who the winner is from the Best Social Media Campaign as a subcategory.
Category: Real Estate. Best Social Media Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Columbia Pacific Communities.
Signs of Love is a campaign that's very close to all our hearts because it allowed two very different communities to come together, you know. I mean, a community of senior citizens and a community of speech and hearing impaired people in the country. This was a very brave campaign. It was not something that was easy to do, particularly at a time when everybody was socially distanced. And therefore, winning this is a special feeling. Thank you so much for acknowledging this work.
Well, great, ladies and gentlemen, for the Best Social Media Campaign, the Silver Award goes to Columbia Pacific Communities for Signs of Love. Well, this was a short and a sweet category. Congratulations to all the winners in this category. It is now time to move on to the next category. I hope you all are tweeting using the hashtag E4MHMA as one word. Moving on to the next category, which is consumer durables / manufacturing. It is time to find out what the jury has to say and also find out who the winners are in the subcategory Best PR Campaign. Could we have the winner, Evie, please?
Category: Consumer Durables, Manufacturing.
A very good day to all. My name is Karthik Johari, Vice President Marketing and Commerce at Moodle Hygiene, and it was a great privilege to be a part of the jury for Exchange for Media's HMA Awards 2021. There were a lot of distinguished professionals from across various sectors on the panel. It was great fun and great learnings for Exchange when we were doing some excellent work that was sent in by a lot of brands. Healthcare marketing, of course, is now getting the kind of shine and spotlight that is usually reserved for FMCG companies or direct consumer brands. But it's a very exciting time right now where we will be able to use some of the most cutting edge tools and target vastly different and evolving audiences, whether that's a 28, 29-year-old working professional whose life has changed and is working from home, or across the other end of the spectrum, you have an 82-year-old senior citizen who's comfortable staying at home, but now his life has changed as well. So exciting times abound, and we'll be very happy to reveal the winners to you very soon.
Best PR campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Madison Public Relations for Asian Paints. The Silver Award goes to Duroflex. The Gold Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for Hero Cycles.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the category Consumer Durables / Manufacturing in the subcategory Best PR Campaign, we've got the winners on the screen. The Bronze Award goes to Madison Public Relations for Asian Paints for the launch of Bureau Protect hand and surface sanitizers. The Silver Award goes to Duroflex for Duro Safe Mattress Protector, and the Gold Award goes to Teamwork Communications Group for Hero Cycles for # the Cycle for Change. Congratulations to all of you for getting in the best PR campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best Experiential Marketing. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Experiential Marketing. The Silver Award goes to Expedia Group for Briloka.
So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Best Experiential Marketing subcategory, the Silver Award goes to Expedia Group for Briloka for Hindware Saaf Raho, Safe Raho. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, Best Use of Celebrity / Influencer. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Use of Celebrity Influencer. The Bronze Award goes to Duroflex.
So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Best Use of Celebrity / Influencer. The Bronze Award goes to Duroflex for Prateek Gandhi Duroflex. Well, congratulations to the team of Duroflex for that. It is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Category Creation. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Category Creation. The Bronze Award goes to Duroflex.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, subcategory Category Creation, the Bronze Award goes to Duroflex for Live-In. Well, congratulations to the winner out there. It is now time to move on to the next subcategory, New Product Launch. Could we have the winner, AV, please?
New Product Launch. The Silver Award goes to Duroflex.
So, well, congratulations for the new product launch. The Silver Award goes to Duroflex for Duro Safe Mattress Protector. Congratulations, well, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you all are having a great time. Keep hashtagging #E4M HMA as one word. Well, let's move on to the next category, which is BFSI. It is time to find out what the jury has to say and also find out the winners in the subcategory Best CSR Initiative. Could we have the AV, please?
BFSI.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me in the HMA jury panel. It was a great learning experience in evaluating so many different entries across various categories. Digital media has been very effectively used across categories along with traditional media and made the evaluation process much more enriching and challenging for the jury members. Great learning experience, and I convey my heartiest congratulations to all the winners.
Best CSR Initiative. The Silver Award goes to AdFactors PR for ICICI Lombard General Insurance.
So, well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We're right now on our category BFSI, and we just announced the winners of the subcategory Best CSR Initiative. The Silver Award goes to AdFactors PR for ICICI Lombard General Insurance for combating COVID-19. Congratulations to the winners. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out who the winners are in the subcategory Best Social Media Campaign. Could we have the winner, AV, please?
Best Social Media Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance. The Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the winners in the subcategory Best Social Media Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance for Health from Home, and the Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited for hashtag Health Inside Out Mental Health Campaign. Congratulations to all of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out the winners in the subcategory Best Use of Celebrity/Influencer. Could we have the winner?
Best Use of Celebrity Influencer. The Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited.
On behalf of Future Generali, I would like to say that we are thrilled to receive not just one, but 3 awards at the extremely prestigious Exchange for Media Health Marcom Awards today. The fact that these awards are attributed to our campaign Health Inside Out, a campaign that was created to spark conversations and raise awareness on the issue of mental health, makes them extra special to us.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Best Use of Celebrity/Influencer category. The Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited for hashtag Health Inside Out Mental Health Campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out the winners of in the subcategory Best Use of Digital Medium. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Use of Digital Media. The Silver Award goes to Social Panga for Chola MS General Insurance.
Thanks Exchange for Media for recognizing and awarding the Pledge to Protect campaign of Chola MS General Insurance in the subcategory of Best Use of Digital Media amongst all players in the BFSI sector. The Pledge to Protect campaign essentially is about Chola MS's deep-rooted beliefs in providing protection to all lives, preserving arts, culture, value systems, and living our brand vision of providing peace of mind to all our customers. This award energizes us to recommit ourselves with pride. Thanks once again to Exchange for Media and to Social Panga, our digital media partner.
The Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the winners in the subcategory Best Use of Digital Medium. The Silver Award goes to Social Panga for Chola MS, General Insurance for Chola MS, hashtag Pledge to Protect. Congratulations, we did have one of the winners speak out. And also the Gold Award goes to WYP Brand Solutions Private Limited for Future Generali India Insurance Company Limited for hashtag Health Inside Out Mental Health Campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out the winner in the subcategory Best Integrated Campaign. Let's find out who the winner is.
Best Integrated Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance.
So I'm very excited to know that we are getting 2 awards today, and thank you so much E4M Health Marketing Awards. This is very, very great news for us.
So, well, I'd like to congratulate for the Best Integrated Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance for Salaried Campaign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are hashtagging hashtag E4M and HMA as one word. Well, let's move on to the next subject, which is best use of blogs and website. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best use of blogs, websites. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, best use of blogs/websites. The Silver Award goes to Aditya Birla Health Insurance for Sehat Ki Nayi Aadat. Congratulations to the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to progress into the next subcategory, which is Best Television Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best Television Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Archetype Agency Private Limited for Max Bupa Health Insurance.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for the Best Television Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Archetype Agency Private Limited for Max Bupa Health Insurance for Ab Nahi Kharidoge To Kab. Well, congratulations on this campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the final subcategory in this category, which is Best PR Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best PR Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Archetype Agency Private Limited for Max Bupa Health Insurance.
So, well, congratulations for the Best PR Campaign. The Silver Award goes to Archetype Agency Private Limited for Max Bupa Health Insurance for Max Bupa COVID Outreach Program. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next category, which is media. And it is now time to find out what the jury has to say and also to announce the winners of our subcategory, Best CSR Initiative. Could we have the AV, please?
Category Media.
Hi, and firstly, I want to thank E4M team to having invited me for the jury for the Health Marketing Awards. I think it's the first time I've done this Marcom Awards, and very interesting for me because the kind of categories that we're looking at, integrated campaigns, PR, use of digital and social, and really what I learned a lot. In fact, today the kind of campaigns done by very, very specialized medical brands like where somebody's done on the entire molecule and the awareness of that, or on the entire RT-PCR test which this entire lab went out in Karnataka and did, or something on cancer and things like that. Also the Remdesivir campaign on PR, where the company had gone all out across all the public relationship sort of avenues. So
So really interesting campaign, lot of learning, and it also shows that how people have seen opportunities in these trying times, have gone all out to create awareness for consumers, have tried various different innovative platforms on digital. So I really enjoy it, and thank you very much.
Best CSR Initiative. The Bronze Award goes to The Times of India. The Silver Award goes to Hindustan Times. The Gold Award goes to Marcom 18 Media Private Limited.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all the winners in the Best CSR Initiative subcategory. The Bronze Award goes to Times of India for Make India Water Positive. The Silver Award goes to Hindustan Times for HT for Elders. And the Gold Award goes to Viacom 18 Media Private Limited for Colors Ka Salam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best Experiential Marketing. Let's have a look at who is the winner.
Best Experiential Marketing. The Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Domex HUL.
Well, congratulations. For the Best Experiential Marketing subcategory, the Gold Award goes to Mindshare for Domex HUL for Domex brings Mumbai back on track. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, Best Integrated Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Integrated Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to Hindustan Times. The Silver Award goes to Times of India. The Gold Award goes to Times Network.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for all the winners in the Best Integrated Campaign. First up, the Bronze Award goes to Hindustan Times for HT for Elders. The Silver Award goes to Times of India for Beat Heart Failure. And the Gold Award goes to Times Network for Act Now, a mental health initiative by Times Network. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move on to the next subcategory, which is Best Social Media Campaign. Let's have a look at who the winners are.
Best Social Media Campaign. The Bronze Award goes to The Times of India. The Bronze Award goes to Nickelodeon India, Viacom 18. The Silver Award goes to Hindustan Times. The Gold Award goes to Times Network.
Well, congratulations to all the winners in the Best Social Media Campaign as a subcategory. The Bronze Award goes to the Times of India for Beat Heart Failure. The Bronze Award also goes to Nickelodeon India, Viacom 18 for Nickelodeon Yoga Se Hi Hoga. The Silver Award goes to Hindustan Times for HT spearheading the fight against COVID-19. And the Gold Award goes to Times Network for Act Now, a mental health initiative by Times Network. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce the winners of the best use of celebrity / influencer as a subcategory.
Best use of celebrity, influencer. The silver award goes to Hindustan Times.
So, well, congratulations to the best use of celebrity / influencer subcategory. The silver award goes to Hindustan Times for HT Spotlight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are hashtagging #E4MHMA. Let's move on to the next subcategory, which is the best television campaign. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
Best television campaign. The silver award goes to Nickelodeon India, Valedictory 18.
So, well, congratulations. The best television campaign, the silver award goes to Nickelodeon India, Valedictory 18 for Nickelodeon Yoga Sehi Hoga. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the last and the most important category of the evening, which is the excellence category. Well, the award is given on the basis of total medals won, with 10 medals for gold, which is 10 points right there, 7 medals for silver, and 5 medals for bronze. Well, let's have a look at who gets the Excellence Award for the Agency of the Year. Could we have the winner, Amy, please? And ladies and gentlemen, the Agency of the Year goes to Mindshare. Congratulations to the entire team of Mindshare, and may I request you all, Excellency themselves, may I request you all to join us on the stage. Mindshare, over to you.
Thank you, Exchange for Media. May I request all my colleagues at Mindshare to please come get their cameras going. This is fantastic, and we are extremely happy to be here as Mindshare. I have my colleagues Sunny, Advait, Rohan over here, and I think just sitting through the entire awards makes us feel very, very special. I think as an agency, we are always working towards ensuring the best for our clients, and it's always heartening to see when organizations of the scale of Exchange for Media are able to recognize some of the work that we have done. So heartiest congratulations to all my colleagues at Mindshare. Heartfelt thanks to our clients at Hindustan Unilever, and thank you very much to Exchange for Media for conducting these awards and for recognizing the work that we've done. Just makes us feel more motivated and gets us going towards doing better stuff day after day. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Harshdeep and your team at Mindshare. We just request Advait and Sunny, also, if you could just do a victory sign. You guys have won this wonderful award. Let's do a victory sign. Let's get the celebration on. And this is a virtual applause from our side. Congratulations to you guys. Excellent work. Congratulations once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an excellent win that was for Team Mindshare. And last but not the least, it is now time to move on to the Excellence Award for Client of the Year. And let's see who that goes to. Brilliant. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Excellence Award for the Client of the Year goes to Hindustan Unilever. Congratulations to the entire team. And may I request once again the team from Mindshare to accept the award on behalf of HUL. Over to you guys.
Thank you. It's great. I think Hindustan Unilever is the jewel in our crown at UPEM. We're very, very proud of the work that we do for them, and thank you so much for recognizing the work Exchange for Media, and thank you Hindustan Unilever for being the marketeers that you are, who drive us to do best quality work at Mindshare. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. Well, congratulations to the entire team of HUL on winning the Excellence Award for Client of the Year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I'd like to congratulate all the winners. It's been great to watch so many participants and winners tonight. Healthcare and the healthcare marketing with a focus on brand empathy is an important conversation to have given the current situation worldwide. Exchange for Media thanks our gold partner, Teamwork Communications Group, for their unrelenting support. We also thank our esteemed jury members, the speakers at the conference earlier today, for their time and knowledge they have imparted. After a successful second edition, we will see you next year. Until then, this is me, Bhavna Bhatia, on behalf of E4M Group, signing off for today. Mask up, clean up, stay well, stay safe. Thank you for joining us.